What is Bigfoot? A myth? A legend? A hoax? Or a real flesh and blood creature? What about the reported sightings of Bigfoot? They can't all be misidentified animals. And how is it that most Native American cultures have stories about Bigfoot? After two separate sightings of a Bigfoot type creature, I needed answers. I have now been researching Bigfoot for over 15 years, and I feel that my journey has just begun.
Well, I've just about arrived at one of my research areas. I'm actually at the same place where the footprints were found a couple of weeks ago. And as per usual, I pulled up with my window down, shut the car off real quick, and I listened for wood knocks or anything else. And I actually just heard one wood knock. So we'll sit here a minute, see if I can hear another one, and then we'll get out and walk around, see if we can find any more footprints, any other signs of any Bigfoot activity in this area right now. I've been out here 4 different times since we found the footprints, but nothing was happening or people were out here, and I didn't want to make a video while people were out here. Deer season has started, so I've lost a lot of my research area to hunting clubs. But on a good note, a lot of these hunters out there know who I am, so if they happen to run across anything, they'll let me know. And sometimes they'll let me even get in there and do some research while deer season's going on. But most of the time I stay out of the woods during deer season because I try to keep a good rapport with the hunters that hunt out here, so that if they do come across something, they'll let me know about it instead of keeping it quiet. So that's what we're up to today. I'm gonna walk around here and just see what's going on. All right, right now I am straight across, right through there, right through the woods right there, about 45 yards away from where I found them footprints the other week. This is a little peninsula that comes out. I could have went straight across the woods and come out right here. Although I really didn't want to the other day. It was right at 98 degrees that day. A lot of y'all has done and said from watching the video that I was sweating big time. I didn't have no snake traps, so I decided I would not go through the woods. And quite honestly, if I'd have went through the woods then, anything that had been over here would have just left before I even got halfway across. So I'm over here today and I'm checking this little area out, looking for any kind of signs of any Bigfoot activity that might have happened along the way during that time. There is a little creek that comes right through here. It's dried up right now, but got a lot of limbs and acorns dropping. But that's one reason why I didn't cross that peninsula the other day, to come across here and see what was making the noise. By the time I'd have got here, anything that would have been here would already be gone. And you know, it's just risking yourself to do something like that. But I believe they were right here in this area, right in here. Might have been feeding, sitting around waiting for nightfall, whatever. It was a good place to hide out for a little while. With keep hearing stuff, but it's probably squirrels or maybe armadillos. I'm looking for broken tree limbs, stuff like that right now. And in this creek bed, I'm actually looking for footprints, and I ain't finding many. Now, back 2 weeks ago, I went with my wife to do one of her videos, Outdoors with April. And we were not very far from right here. As a matter of fact, if somebody had hollered from right here, I would have heard it where we was at. But we kept hearing something. Sounded like a bunch of tree knocks and everything. And I got to listening real good. And I actually videotaped some of it. So I'm gonna let y'all see that right now. And then I'll get back with you. That was right across the lake from us where we thought we heard some. Well, we did hear a tree hit the ground. I don't know if it was pushed over or it was just time for it to fall. It's hard to tell. But here we go. Something over there is definitely doing some beating on something over there. But I'm gonna keep an eye on that area. It could be as simple as just look over there in a few minutes and see somebody walking through there with a machete in their hand. It's hard to tell from this distance. But when we leave this little area, I'm gonna go over there and see what I can see. But right now we're doing April's video, so let me get back to it. All right, after listening to that for a little while, it became apparent that was just a bow hunter clearing him a path, a shooting path from a tree stand. And I've already found the tree stand, and no real hard work about that. But not going to show it on here because if somebody actually knows where we're at, they might come in here and mess with the tree stand, and I'm not gonna play part in that. So I'm not going to show the tree stand. But he did. He cleaned out a little spot right there for the flight of an arrow, and that's what that was. The reason why I'm showing that is because just because you hear something out here in the woods and it's not made by any other animals that you hear something and well, that ain't no squirrel and that ain't no deer, it doesn't really mean that it's a Bigfoot. So you had to sort of stay on your toes doing the Bigfoot research. Everything ain't Bigfoot related. If you don't understand it, if you can't explain it away any other way, that's what I call Bigfoot activity. But a lot of people, I've had people call me. I've had people come to the house and go, man, we keep hearing this scream out in the middle of the night. It's a Bigfoot, it's a Bigfoot. Well, I go down there, I listen for their scream and everything, only to find out that about a mile down the road, some farmer has got peacocks, and that's what it is, a peacock's doing his thing late in the afternoon. I've had people tell me, you need to get way out there. Well, right now I'm 8 miles from town. There's houses less than a half a mile from here. Little bitty community. We go where the Bigfoot reports are. Where we know that Bigfoot have been seen, Bigfoot have been heard, that's where we go. If it's behind Walmart at a dumpster, hell, I'll go check that out too. It's just that's the way I research. I'd rather go somewhere where I know somebody has seen something, heard something, and it can't be explained any other way, and they want to find out. We go out there and research it. I don't care if it is on the edge of town. You got to go where the reports are. You got to go where you know something's happened. You can't drive 20 miles out into nowhere and expect, say, this is where a Bigfoot is. Just cause it looks squatchy don't mean it is squatchy. All right, we're straight across again from where we were a while ago. Just walked around that point. Only footprints I see around here are people prints. But my biggest thing today was coming out here, seeing if I could find any evidence of a Bigfoot being over in that area from where I heard it the other day. And I think I'm going to do a one tree knock because I did hear a tree knock earlier. Just one. Just as I pulled up, and that might have been, you know, all that was going to happen, but I'm going to give it one shot. Got my trusty little tree knocker here. Find me a good tree. And we're going to come right up in here and watch for snakes and do a tree knock. Well, ain't here nothing. Maybe in a few minutes. As usual, anytime that I'm in this area, I like to check up under these bridges. They could be instant shelter for a Bigfoot overnight. And I like to go up in there and check all this area out right in here. See if anything looks like it might have been disturbed. Hadn't nothing been disturbed here lately. I usually put one or two rocks up on there about middle ways so that if it gets moved, I sort of wonder about it. You know, I can't prove anything by that, but I at least know something's been up here. But I check both sides. I don't leave the obvious out. I try not to leave the obvious out. I like to check everything. I've actually thought about you know, when weather was going to get really, really rough, and I know that the Bigfoot are in the area like I know they are now in this area. I thought about putting trail cameras up there, but my luck, somebody steal them. And I'm not one of them who can afford to go buy another trail camera every time something gets stole. I can't replace it like that. But it's getting a little bit later on in the day. I'm gonna head out of here. Won't be long before people start getting off work and really using this area. Just as a FYI, right here on this bridge is where I saw my second Bigfoot, second Bigfoot. So, hey y'all, back at home now, and I wanted to talk to y'all about a contest that we're holding. We're looking for 500 subscribers. So when we get to that 500 mark, we're going to be giving away one of these Sasquatch multi-tool deals. It's got the bottle opener on it, can opener on it, cord cutter, little 1-inch measurer, ruler, whatever you want to call it, hex key thing. It's pretty little nifty deal. And I've actually put mine on my walking stick so that I've got it with me when I'm out there in the woods. So I'll be giving away this one right here. I'll be putting a number generator on my cell phone, and when we get to the 500 mark, we'll go 1 through 500, pull up a number, count down with our subscribers, find out which one of these people has won this little multi-tool, and we will get in touch with you and find out how to get it to you. If you already are a subscriber, you don't have to do anything but watch our videos and maybe put a thumbs up on them. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and you're in the running for this. So we'd really appreciate the numbers, and someone's going to receive this, so maybe it'll be you. Thank you. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe.
And tell your friends.
Also find us on Facebook, Alabama Georgia Bigfoot Research Group.